I'm curious about a wound that you've received. Maybe you fell on your bike. I do that a lot.
Students usually kind of get big eyes when they think of what trauma actually is, but when we get down to it and say, well, what have you been through? Oh yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff. I've worked with students here at Woodward that have experienced a whole range of traumatic events in their lives. We talk a lot about how it's all connected.
Yep, you can see the scar. Let's go with the scar line then.
I have a lot of scars.
It's gonna run a little bit. So sometimes it's painful to take care of those wounds. You tore your ACL, it's painful. You have to do all those things to make it heal. But usually we ignore the stuff on the inside, the stuff that you don't see. It's hard to know how to heal or take care of that wound.
What I'm going to do with EMDR is make sure that the student can pair more positive beliefs about themselves with those dysfunctional memories, those really distressing memories.
We're gonna find ways to start healing that invisible stuff. It's gonna be painful at times. Painful because we've gotta clean out the wounds, right? We've gotta put medicine on it. So sometimes it's gonna be painful, but it's gonna help it heal.
So EMDR uses bilateral stimulation, which essentially is moving from left to right in your brain. We can use anything from eye movements, which is usually what clinicians are using. We can also use buzzers in your hand, lights, you can watch lights, or even auditory. You can listen, anything that stimulates both hemispheres of your brain.
Do you notice anything about what you feel when you think of the beach?
It's just quiet.
It's quiet.
It's extremely empowering. EMDR allows students to take control. First of all, when they bring up that memory, it doesn't trigger them like it used to. While we sleep, our brain is processing what's happened through the day. Usually it's stuff that we don't need to keep on our brains all the time. We're not thinking about it. So our brain, when we're in a deep sleep, dreaming, goes through REM sleep and our cycles. So our brain is already taking that bilateral stimulation and resolving issues and things that have happened through the day. Part of trauma is that you're constantly being re-traumatized when you think of those triggers or reminders that you're faced with all the time. So that distress is gone. So they're functioning better currently in their daily lives because those things don't have the same negative impact that they used to. We'll set them up to have future templates. So, you know, what are you going to do when you come in contact with an anniversary date, something that's going to be challenging? We will talk through that through EMDR and make sure that they've got the skills in place to better function in the future too.